Hey everyone, in this video I'll take you through a beginner's guide to Vidu AI. In order to do so, first off we want to go to vidu.studio, and once you're there you should be met with a screen similar to this. What we're looking for is either you can put in a prompt here if you want to just get started right away, or you can select where it says create video, and then from there that's going to take us to this page here. Vidu is fairly straightforward in what it offers. You can see here on the left hand side you have three options. You've got image to video, reference to video, and text to video. I went ahead and did a few options here, a few examples for you to take a look at, and you can see here with the image to video, let's go ahead and scroll up to the top and we'll see what the results are. Okay, so you can see there that Vidu kind of got confused with what it was that I put in, and it sort of came up with this sort of random result, which is kind of cool, but it's not what I was looking for. So that's just to kind of give you an idea of what you can expect with the image to video. I find with image to video, what you're probably going to want to do is you're going to want to have the subject in the video as close as possible. That's not always the case, but I think in this case that's maybe where the issue came from. Now, that being said, the next option here that I selected, reference to video, well, before we go on there, let me just show you here really quick what you can expect. So you have our image, we have our image that we put in, and then right underneath that, this is actually where the prompt box is going to show up. And here we are using the 1.5 model, so we do not have the ability to disable the enhanced prompt. It seems as though that may be just automatic there, but what we can do is we can add more details. So we have here a goddess walking in her palace. So maybe I should put a cat goddess just to make it a little bit more specific. And you know, this is where you can put in your prompts however you wish and just try to get more specific. But this will give you an idea of what you might expect. So like most video generators, sometimes the results are less than desired, and the only choice you have in situations like that is just to do more generations, which of course means that you're burning precious credits. So you do need to be mindful of what the limitations of the different generators are to try to get the results as close as possible to what you're looking for. I did find much more success with the reference to video. So what I did in this case is I picked three versions of the character that I wanted to do a video on, and it looks like you have up to three different images that you can select. So I got the close-up, kind of mid-range, and then long view there, and the results are really cool. So it took our character from there and it basically turned it into this here, which is really nice. And it's a little bit surprising just in that my assumption might be that it would just take the images that you have here and then kind of like work with that. But in this case, it gave us this kind of side shot and gave us a lot more detail of the palace that she's in, which I think is really cool. So regardless of whether or not this was exactly what I was looking for, I really do like the results. And so I would say that if you are looking for better results with Vidu, then you might want to take a look at the reference to video option. Next, we went to the text to video. And in this case, I just went with a fantasy forest, 8K, highest detail possible, trees, creatures, water. And we'll go ahead and click play here so that you can see what the results are. Okay, so kind of cool, kind of neat. There's something here for sure, depending on what you might want to use this for. This could definitely be usable. However, it's not exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping for something maybe a little bit more photorealistic, a little bit more on par with this image here. And what we got was kind of a bit of a mishmash and a little bit chaotic maybe. But it gives you an idea of what you can expect with the text to video option for Vidu. And let's go ahead and let's see here. Well, it doesn't give us a chance to randomize. So what I would say for this is like I just went with something very simple. What you can do is you can take your prompt and you can put it into something like ChatGPT or Claude or any other chatbot and ask for your prompt to be made more specific. And you can usually get some pretty interesting results with that. Now, that being said, I do find that chatbots tend to maybe make things a little bit more complex than needed. They might be a little bit overly poetic in its description. So what I find with doing that is once you get the once you get the prompt that you're looking for, it's a good idea to go through and edit out anything that you think is unnecessary that might confuse the AI, because you do want your instructions to be as specific as possible. Going into something like ChatGPT and getting your prompts, it can definitely help to kind of pepper up your prompts, but you still do need to go through and kind of edit them to make sure that they're as specific as possible. But this gives you an idea of how the text to video function works within Vidu, and it's not too bad. We'll go ahead and show you here in the reference to video option. When I first did this one, I only used two references. So I used this first one and I used this last one. But in the second one, in this one here that I'm about to show you, I use 3 images instead. And we'll just take a quick look at that so that you have an idea of what the results are like. So very, very nice. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. I like the consistency of the character is a little bit closer to the original image, whereas with this one over here, kind of changed her face a little bit, gave her a more human complexion and sort of take the blueness out of her skin, which actually resulted in something pretty cool. I actually do like this version of the character. It is quite nice. But as far as this one goes, this is a little bit more consistent with the original image that was put in. And it's just really nice. You get this whole sort of her magical domain, and you get a little bit more consistency with her look. And, you know, she's kind of got her cape flowing and everything. I'm very impressed with the results here. So I would say that for Vidu, there is I like it. It's straight to the point. There's not too much in terms of like additional options. It's pretty straightforward as far as a video generator goes. The results somewhat iffy depending on what you're doing. I would say that you're going to have a better chance if you're using the reference to video option than image to video or text to video. And that, I think, is true of most video generators. Across the board with video generators, you're rolling the dice. When you do a text to video, image to video, I would expect it to be a little bit more consistent, but in this case, as I said before, I might have chosen a image that was a bit more of a close-up. I did kind of a long shot here because I wanted to see what the results might be like, and the results are somewhat disappointing. But with the reference to video, you can add several images and you can get some really cool results from that as well. And Vidu tends to be a little bit artistic in how it is that it produces a result, but not I'm not unhappy with it. I think this actually looks really cool, and this might be usable for something. So that's just to give you an idea of what to expect with Vidu. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and like and subscribe for more helpful tips.